Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof. My apologies. I'm a little bit troubled in my throat today because I made the mistake of buying the wrong milk. And I know that sounds weird, but for those of you who may be unfamiliar, I am lactose intolerant, which means most days I purchase lactose-free milk because I like milk, but I can't stand normal milk, so I have to buy the lactose-free stuff. And usually I buy my lactose-free milk from Lidl, which is where I went shopping today, because they have it relatively cheap. It's like 99 pence or something at Lidl's, or like what, £1.50, something relatively cheap. The other day, I was not feeling up to going all the way to Lidl's because it means catching a bus to the next town over, which is a bit of a trek. And I don't always have the energy to do that, even with my ADHD medication. So instead I went shopping at the Co-op. And I thought to myself, well, I only need a little bit of milk to tide me over until I actually go shopping properly. So I thought, well, in that case, I will pick up a small carton of semi-skimmed standard milk from the Co-op. Now, the Co-op does do lactose-free stuff as well, but it's a lot more expensive. And also, I didn't need that much of it at the time. So, I did that. So, I've had this small carton of standard milk for the past few days. And I didn't realize quite how badly milk is starting to affect me. Like, or rather, how badly lactose is starting to affect me. It used to be that I could go a good, like, full carton of lactositized milk, I guess, before I began to feel unpleasant. Nowadays, not so much. Nowadays, it's either lactose-free or, like, the tiniest dribble of non-lactose-free in my tea, and that's about as much as I can stand. So, in the Co-op, lactose-free milk is £2.50. For, I think it's a litre? No. Well, I'm gonna go check. So I know. Okay, so at the Co-op, you can get 1 litre of lactose-free milk for £2.50. Lidl, hold on, let me double check the pricings because I don't always remember them. Hold on. Lidl's website is weird. have you designed it this way? What is... Why is it designed this way? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so, this is a year-old information. However, the Lidl 1 litre of lactose-free milk in Lidl is 99 pence. The same litre in similar packaging, not the same company as far as I can tell, but similar, is £2.50 at the Co-op. So that's £1.50 less. Converting... Yeah, so for current conversion rates, a 1 litre of lactose-free milk costs $1.30 at Essie. Yeah. And your average store price in Co-op, which is still on the relatively cheap end of things, is $3.36. So yeah, that's how much we pay for lactose-free milk here. So yeah, I usually buy my milk from Lidl because it's cheap, because it's like £1.50 cheaper than anywhere else. And as a disabled person, and you know, I prefer to be able to purchase things cheaply in case of a day where I in fact need to have money available to me because of problems. But because of that, I bought a small carton of milk from the Co-op that was not lactose free. And I'd been drinking it for the past few days because like it was the thing I had in the house. And I didn't realize quite how badly it was affecting me until I decided to treat myself today, and I had a milkshake at the local KFC. And I quickly realized how badly like the buildup of lactose had affected me, to the point where I can't actually clear my throat right now. Like, I can feel mucus just stuck to the walls of my throat, and it's very unpleasant. Lidl is actually about what we're paying for unit prices, and that's your lactose free compared to our regular milk. Ah. Okay, so what you're saying is your lactose-free milk is still more expensive, and your regular milk is cheap because, well, because it's regular milk, and it's kind of in abundance at this point because we have genetically engineered cows to make so much of it that it is constantly oversupplying. Sorry, that is the technically the truth of it. Like we have actively, as the human race, we have actively genetically engineered cows to produce so much milk that they cannot survive without being milked, which is kind of horrific when you think about it. Anyway. Hi, Denme. Also, thank you everybody for the check-ins. Welcome in everybody. As you may have noticed if you are in the Discord, my headphones are broken. That's another thing that happened recently. These headphones have lasted me... oh gods. 3 years, I think they've lasted so far. And yesterday, they finally sort of started kicking the bucket. If I bring my headphones up to the camera, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not going to focus, is it? There's a crack right along the edge of where the band meets the swivel hinge. And this is expected. It happened to my last pair as well, where the strain on these joints here has gotten so bad that eventually the plastic has just eroded and snapped. Now I've cheated a bit and I've pulled these back together with epoxy, but that's not going to last. So I need some new headphones. Now, I have these earbuds, which are quite nice for when I'm out and about. And I'm wondering whether I should buy myself a pair of headphones that don't have a headband. Well, that's... oh, God. Yeah, that's the other problem with having throat problems at the moment. I'll be right back, guys. I need to grab a towel. Oh, God. Oh. Sorry about that. Oh. Yeah. That's the other problem with having throat problems and being lactose intolerant and drinking milk, all that sort of thing. Sometimes things just do not want to go down the right way when you decide to drink them. I apologize for that. That was probably quite gross to see on camera. I am very sorry you had to see that. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, goodness. Right, where were we? Oh yes, headphones. So, overhead, on-ear, and over-ear styles are more comfortable for extended use in my experience. Yes, however, I'm not just looking for a decent pair of headphones. If I was just looking for a decent pair of headphones, I would be going for one very specific brand, and I would be going for Audio-Technica. Audio-Technica have a very good reputation. There's one set of headphones that I really like the look of. If I was just going for headphones I would wear, that's where I'd be going. But I'm not just going for headphones I would wear. I'm going for headphones that I would wear and that would look good on camera. Because I'm on camera most of the time. And on the days that I'm not on camera, I still want to feel and want to have a decent, seat. So, what I'm actually looking for is headphones that are either on ear or over ear. Hold on. Ecstasy, what do you mean by overhead? Because you've specified that separately from on-ear and over-ear styles. What's overhead styles? What are overhead headphones? I'm curious now. Technically, they're the other two, but specifically banded over the head instead of behind. Okay. Now that makes me actually curious. Because I have never seen a pair of headphones that are banded behind the head. Like that is new to me. I'd be curious about that. Because if I'm going to have a pair of headphones that are banded behind the head, somehow, I would love that. Because it means I can wear hats on stream and still have comfortable headphones. I'm very curious about that. Oh. Okay. I see what you mean. I think we got a little mixed up. Because to me, those aren't headphones. Those are earbuds. Like they may have the band around them, but they're earbuds to me because they usually either go into the ear or they mount right next to the ear and they don't have the ear cups. Because my out and about headphones are these. They're little, very small, oh god, I gotta put that back because it's interrupting with my normal headphones. They're little, essentially like hook shapes that just go over my ear. I would prefer a band one for that, but I'm not that fussed because they're relatively light and easy to put on and take off. And they're not too bad to... But the one thing that I have noticed with those is that after long periods of wear, especially while wearing glasses, the ears do start to hurt. Which is why I was wondering what you meant when you said not overhead. I was wondering if you meant something that could be worn like this, instead of like that. But I understand that the amount of pressure that you would need to wear something like that, or even if it was just something that was mounted like so that it tucked into the neck, would be quite interesting. But regardless of that, I have a couple of possibilities for my future headphones. If nothing else shows up, I'll probably end up going Audio-Technica, simply because they have a good reputation and the battery life on the Audio-Technica headphones is pretty damn good. But we'll see. Anyway, we're not here to talk about headphones today. We'll probably end up talking about headphones some more, but today we are in fact here to play some more Hell Is Us. We left off in Maristan, though I don't entirely remember what we were doing. Oh right! We were going to enter the giant Elden Ring style tomb. That's what we were doing. I forgot about that. Also, I wanted to switch out some of my ranged variants. N1, E9, A3, K5, L6, Y7. I think I have all the notes I need now. Okay. The Depths of Hell. Mementos. Forlorn Fate is still incomplete. And then I have 3 unknown good deeds to do. Locked down. Yeah, there's still quite a few little bits and pieces that I need to do around. Apparently. And we got a new hat. Now, I did turn off the mod for our visuals. So if we want, we can actually go back to this. Which I might do for now. Another thing you could look at for aesthetics is a model called Satyr or Ouroboros. I can't speak to their quality, but they're 3D print and self-assemble, so you can make them look however you want. DIY headphones. Ooh. I see what you mean, Artesi. But A, I don't have a 3D printer. That can be outsourced, to be fair. But B, these look very chunky. So maybe not for me. In particular. Alright, I was going to change my glyph. Manage glyphs. Let's switch the wave back out to Rage Spike. Yeah. And I currently have the Sword of Ecstasy, but I want to know what the Axes of Ecstasy look like. There's no way to downgrade weapons, and I haven't found any more axes, so... maybe I'll find some more axes in here somewhere. Okay, that's a big old puzzle lock. Hello. Oh, wow. Is it just me, or are my headphones really loud right now? I feel like my headphones are... Yeah, they're really loud right now for some reason. None of that. Whoosh. God damn, that's a lot of them. I was not expecting quite that many, hollowed in here. Oh, you're still here. Oof. Yes, I have asked Wasted about, I did send Wasted a message saying, hey, do you have any headphones recommendations? However, Wasted will get back to me in about 6 months, probably. So, for now, I'm sort of fielding other possibilities. An avid pupil, our future queen learns not only the ways of the Palamist faith, but also the art of war and strategy. Okay, so this is something to do with the lock, right? War, strategy. Okay, yeah. I see. Utterly victorious over her enemies, our beloved queen enacts plans to purify Hadia from the heretic filth. God. Okay, so... Swords, tower, crowning, faith. I'm guessing these need to be in order. Queen Harvo Ravetta, destined to become the protector of Palom and defender of our traditions, our queen, pious and virtuous, rules over Hadia with grace and wisdom. Okay. For the love of his queen, King Garland converts to the Palamist faith. Queen Harvo Ravetta looks to the east and prepares for war to protect Holy Palom legacy. Okay, so let's try crown. No, let's try crossed swords, crown, faith, tower. Oh, okay. That is a sword. Sword of the Blood Queen. A well-preserved sword, still gleaming despite its obvious age. The ornate golden hilt features an inlaid jewel, found in the sarcophagus, the Blood Queen in Maristan. I mean, found under. A remarkably well-preserved parchment scroll, found in the sarcophagus of the Blood Queen. Here rests Harvo Ravetta, the unyielding divinity, keeper of purity, archon of vengeance, and protector of the righteous. Let her wisdom echo through eternity. Long may her manifold deeds inspire us to greatness. None greater than the Arcus spire, the pinnacle of righteousness and pride of our nation. Amidst the wildwood of Sinedra, the grand tower looms. Only our beloved queen could envision so profound an undertaking. Only our beloved queen could shepherd its foundation, and only our beloved queen could realize its full potential. The spire shall remain forever open to Our Lady Ravetta and her instrument of vengeance here interred. Okay, so I know exactly where that is. So that's good information to have. Okay. Travel to the APC. I do wonder how I can enter that barn over there. Because it is very much locked off at the moment, but there is someone crying inside. Ooh, hello. I didn't spot you before. A set of spare car keys found in the general store in Maristan. Samo's keys. Good deed started. Okay. There was something bad down this way last time, wasn't there? Oh, yes, that was down here last time. Right. Where are you? No, not that one. That one. Stab! And then get the other one, because there's two of them, I know that. Where is it? Where'd you go? There you are. Ugh. Right. Oh, there's a time warp guardian, time loop guardian around here somewhere. Oh, hello. And there's a lot of you, aren't there? Ow. You know, occasionally I manage to carry off a parry, and I'm quite proud that I do, even if it's entirely by accident. Oh dear. Ah, a ladder. And a torch. Oh, hello, sir. Who are you?
Well, the creatures don't seem to bother us up here. Stroke of luck that Laura and I were able to grab enough supplies before they mobbed us. Just before they appeared, Samo dropped off his van for a tune-up. He owns the general store down the road to the southeast. I really hope he's okay. Our food isn't gonna last forever. If I had the keys to that van, we'd bail out of here. And we'll never make it on foot, and it's the only working vehicle around here. Damn it.
Okay. Good to know.
Dad says we can't go down until the creatures leave. I throw rocks at them sometimes and they don't even notice. It's okay though, I like staying on the roof. It's like camping.
Aww. Kids are always seeming to be able to make the best of a bad situation. I will give them the keys at some point. But first things first, I would like to talk to the other guy who's left in this town. Because I feel like that's important. Because we've done a couple of things in regards to him. And there's still a lot of stuff to do, but...
Thanks for helping, Maristan. I hope you find what you're looking for.
How do I find my way through the tunnels?
When they made me clean off all the graffiti, they also forced me to install some lights in the tunnels so visitors could easily find their way. Just follow the lights, and you'll reach the chamber inside the head of the statue.
Okay, that's not what I wanted to know, but you don't seem to be involved in this whole leaving thing, so... That should be fine then. Oh. Where does this go? Have I been here before? I have not been here before. There's something still alive over here. None of that, thank you very much. Good. Oh, there are more people. Holy shit.
Thank you for stopping the broadcast, but I'm afraid it'll only antagonize them further. I shudder to think of what they'll come up with next.
A lot of people in this place are missing an arm.
First they take my wife, then some fucking monsters show up. Now this power surge blows out the fuses. What else could possibly go wrong? I knew moving to Maristan was a bad idea. Fucking heartless Palamist assholes.
Daddy said that if I'm nice, then my hands will grow back. I think
Oh.
he's lying. I wish Mommy was here.
Oh. Okay. You know that word, the statement I made just now of there's a lot of people missing a limb or limbs. Yeah, no, that's it's worse than I thought. Oh, Jesus. Okay. You really do gotta pull the trauma from every angle, don't you, game? Bloody hell. Okay, let's go hand off these keys. And then we can... You know, there are times where I wonder just how much trauma a game can show. Yeah, I mean, there's been some pretty horrific things shown in this game so far.
Found the spare keys for the van? Oh shit. Now we're talking. I really thought we might be stuck up here forever. Time to get the hell out of town. Hey, thanks again for this. We'll gather our things and head out. Hopefully as far away from Maristan as possible.
Everybody keeps mentioning Drakengard about, like, in relation to Hell Is Us. How bad can it get that Hell Is Us is considered the better of the two? Like, this is pretty fucking bad already, you know? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Are you a secret door? Well, if you are, you're a very far away one. You are not a secret door. But that is a limbic core. And that is a polearm of terror. And that is... How the hell am I meant to get in there? Where is there? Wherever it is, it looks bad. Let's go. I don't think I can break that wall. At least not with my current abilities. So... mayhaps we head back down. The limb loss is bad, but the dad's lie just makes it worse. Yes, Artesi, but what are you gonna say at that point? You know, like, prosthetics may or may not exist in this universe, but at the end of the day, like, how do you address that at that point? Like, either you dump a child in a literal lifetime of depression, or you give them some of the tiniest false hope to cling to, you know? Like, there's no good option there, unfortunately. And I guess that's kind of what Hell Is Us does a lot of the time. There's never a good option. You just do the best you can with what you got. But it's still pretty horrific, actually, most of the time. Yeah. Main character Kame has his parents killed by a dragon when he's a child, and in the present he's forced to make a pact with another dragon to survive a mortal wound. Said pact removes his speaking voice. His sister, who is the only family member left, is also one of the beacons that kept the world stable, which causes her constant agony. This is gonna sound a little morbid and slightly heartless. That is fantasy levels of trauma. Which I feel in the long run is less traumatic than what Hell Is Us portrays. The child soldiers as a standard enemy type is, yeah, pretty horrific. I'll grant you that one. But there's still a, like... I don't know. I don't feel like I should be attempting to measure up and compare the trauma from different games. I feel like that's a bit morbid. Ooh, item. And there's the party members, like the one who's a woman who eats babies. Okay, I mean, that's just a cannibal. That's just a cannibal with very specific tastes. You know? I feel like I'm missing something. Other than this tuning stone. This hamlet now is ours. Once a den of traditionalist decay, it stands reborn, a proud village of the reformist cause. Even this church, once steeped in Palamist rigidity, we now have claimed and painted afresh. And here the just words of Sabin are spoken beneath the benevolent gaze of Sethris. But let us not be lulled into ease, for we dwell in the heart of the enemy's land. They encircle us, their hatred always festering. I mean, I will say that a lot of fantasy games are very visually traumatic in their own ways. And that's not to say that that's a good thing. But there's definitely been points in... Oh, hello.
Thanks, Sethris. I can finally hear myself think again. Did you have anything to do with this? Fuck off, pals. You aren't breaking us that easy. Woo!
Ah. Ooh, what's this? A fuse! Oh, wonderful. Power to the people. Good deed started. I knew there were more houses I hadn't checked. But I will say, I don't personally feel that it's a good idea to attempt to compare traumas. Like, it runs down the same road of attempting to compare disabilities. It's all as bad as the next, you know? You wanted a fuse, didn't you?
First they take my wife, then some... First they take my wife. What else could possibly go wrong?
Well, I would give you the fuse, but I can't. Can I give you the fuse? No. Can I go and change the fuse myself? Maybe. You do have a basement. How do I get there? Up and around and down, maybe? Oh, door. Ah. Oh, hello. My god, there's a lot of people here, actually.
I don't think I can go on like this. I'll probably never see my daughter again. With everything that's happened, there's only so much a man can take. The power cut is just another kick in the gut.
Ah.
When we first moved here, this town stood for something. That maybe all these divisions could be ended. That maybe we could coexist in peace. The uncle's grand idea of integration. What a load of crock. He really had us all wrapped around his finger. Now, we're just a beat-down minority surrounded by people who hate us. They won. I look at my grandchildren, and I weep for them.
God damn. Child, what do you have to say?
I want my sister. I want...
Okay, so your sister is probably the child crying in the barn. Got it. I'll have to figure out how to get there at some point. This fuse situation is not helping matters, however. Unless the fuse is specific to somewhere in the town. Maybe. Ah! Fuse box. Okay, so there's 3 fuse boxes around town. Got it. So that means there must be one down here somewhere. Friends, where's your fuse box? I'll bet you it's behind the house. Can I go out the back? No. So how do I get there? There is a route there by the looks of it. But I can't see a way in. Oh, hello. Another basic med kit. So we need to figure out how to get up. I feel like... Oh, hello. What are you? Behind the dwelling with the crimson stone, we shall clear ourselves an easier path to go render our reverence. The dwelling with the crimson stone, you say? Why can't I go up there? Where is the dwelling with the crimson stone? Also, that door is openable. This door is not. Which tells me there may be a way to get up there. Ah, ladder. I see. Considering how the project started in scope. I mean, a lot of games have a tendency to balloon in scope over the years. Oh boy. An urn filled with ashes. Oh! Sham. Sorry, bub, but weekly poker night is cancelled. I'm getting out of here. I know it's sudden, but the whole affair with my father's death has made me realize I don't want to stay here anymore. You remember my little brother Edwin? He wants me to bring my father's urn to him and jail him. Can you believe that? Like I've got nothing better to do. Just because he's a priest now doesn't mean he can boss me around. I told him I was leaving town and that if he wanted the urn so badly to come get it himself. I'm done with his nonsense. So I'm leaving. I suggest you do the same. Nothing will come of staying in Maristan. You know it. Tell the rest of the gang I'm sorry. Best of luck, Arn. Okay, well, that is definitely a thing that I was looking for. Not exactly what I needed, but I'll take it. The starting pitch for Drakengard was Fantasy Ace Combat where you ride a dragon. Then they added the ground sections that are basically Dynasty Warriors. Ah. That is definitely an expanse in scope, that's for sure. Okay, where is this red stone? Alright, and we got the polearm of terror. We could probably make a polearm of grief and a polearm of ecstasy at this point as well. Samo's keys has been done. Power to the people is incomplete, and the depths of hell is incomplete. Vault of the Prairie in Zheljin. We need to go and do that as well. So we've got a couple of things to do in Zheljin, at the very least. Blood Queen Observatory. I get the feeling it's not in here. Although there is this door, but it is locked from the other side, so... We've explored pretty much everywhere in these tunnels, I think. Unless I'm very much mistaken. Because, yeah, this route goes... direct down, and then if you come back this way, it takes you out here. There's always a way, but sometimes that way is locked behind progression. Hey, Madeline. Thank you for the check-in. Welcome in. We can't go out this way. That's definitely not progression. That's just dead end. There's this little boathouse, but I don't think we can go in. No, definitely can't go in there. There is that massive ancient castle. That's a thing that exists that we haven't really been able to explore because it was absolutely overrun with creatures. I did mention the crying child in here, yes. Now, I can't get in here Despite the ladders around, I get the feeling that there's a passage in from underneath. I wouldn't even begin to know how to get in there. Wait, have I been this way before? Oh, apparently not. That's an ecstasy. Shit. Ugh. Okay. That's just a shortcut back to here. But I get the feeling that there's quite a few tunnels underneath this area. Because there's quite a few buildings that I can't get into from standard routes. Oh, there's one of the time loops, at the very least. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, there's just whole areas of the map that I have not been able to access yet. That I have not gone to access yet. God damn. Uh-oh. And okay, so this brings me back to the APC. Got it. And then there's this whole place, which is just massive. And apparently I can't climb over this small wall. Not allowed. Small walls. The greatest enemy of any video game protagonist. You. Ow. Okay, I need to remember. It's on the space. Kill it! Oh, there we go. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh good. Well, at least it's behind a wall now. So there's that. Wait, how do I get to you? You're just... Okay. I guess I don't get to you. Unless I drop down into that area. No! Stop it. I said stop it. None of that. There we go. Okay, that's one dealt with. Right. What's here? Well, that is big stone. Ah! This is cave entrance. I see. God damn, you really gotta make me work for this shit, don't you, game? Ah. That is vault door. This is internals of castle. Okay. Ecstasy suppressor. Okay, so that's the exit. I don't know that I can hit you in there. I think this wall might be slightly too high. Ooh. Can I open this gate? No. Okay. No ecstasy for you. Oh no, there's another one. Okay. I'm getting pretty decent at killing those things quickly, so that I don't have to deal with them. Okay, so that's an exit route. These are parts of the battlements. This is a chest with a single rod's worth of lock. But it is the wrong rod! No! Damn. Oh. And there are symbols everywhere. Oh, great. Limbic Armory. 3 swords. I see. So this tower is the Limbic Armory for this castle, apparently. Okay. Interest. Wait, that probably means the vault below. And the 3 swords is actually probably the emblem of the castle, not the emblem of the armory. I'm realizing. Is there anything that I want to try and grab while I'm in here? Or that I would know to grab while I'm in here? I don't know. I don't think so. Is the entire castle truly just a repository for one chest and a vault? Unless I missed something. Which is entirely possible. Also, thank you for the tea check and the unshrimp, Madeline. apologize that I didn't see those until now. My brain has a tendency to skate over things. Although, speaking of skating over things, the one thing that my brain will no longer skate over is my alarms, which is quite nice. I have found an app that allows me to randomize my alarms, which I'm going to have a lot of fun with, I'm sure. Hello. What does this say? Chambers of Young Lady Harver. Oh, so this is the Queen's castle from before she was Queen. Interesting. It's very, well, I suppose it's very battered at this point, but... Okay, now, how are you meant to get in here? Seriously? Oh wait, do you go along the walls? Is that a thing you can do? If I go up here, and then hop down here, and then we walk along the... Oh! Well, well. Ooh, hello. Terror suppressor. Yummy. I will never use it. Rage suppressor. Yummy. I will never use it. Oh, you're the guy I knocked down earlier. I see. Tuning stones. Oh, lovely. Okay. So there's a lot of wall walking around here. And not everything can be gotten to by the looks of it. Not everything is accessible. But you, my friend, you are... Ow. Ugh. Ouchie. And an amine prism theta. Ooh, that is useful. Okay. So that cave only gets me into the castle, which I have now pretty much cleared out, I believe. Hello. Although I do wonder about this particular tower, but I believe it is empty. Okay, we do have this. Oh, that way. Alright, you want me to go that way? Sure. Let's see if we can go that way then, shall we? I think there might be a time loop guardian in the way. Yeah, no, that's not enterable. That is a little too spiky at the moment. I get the feeling that trying to enter that would result in death. However, perhaps we can climb... No, we cannot climb these rocks. How sad. Can we climb these rocks? No. Can we go back along this road? Oh. Yes, actually. That is mildly surprising. You guys gonna animate? No. That is also surprising. Maybe we ran them over on the way here. Oh, hello. No, you don't. Ooh. Ow. Ow. Bloody hell. In other news, I'm trying to de-stress from the recent IRL bullshit. Do you feel the need to vent about recent IRL bullshit, or would you rather not, Rockethead? It looks... It looks suitably sort of... I can't really be a judge on it. It's so ruined that it looks like just about any other medieval castle, to be honest. Well, I could have just gone back to the APC, considering where I'm going. Oh well. I will save here. Grandma being very stubborn about staying in the hospital until she gets better. Ah, yes. No, I am very familiar with elderly relatives being a particular amount of issue. Yeah. Sir? Would you like to get off the roof, please? I can't fight you while you're on the roof. I need you to come down, please. I'll just keep doing this then. You're not gonna come down. I apologize for putting you on the... Oh, you're... Okay, now you're just floating, sir. Let's just deal with that. Oh, good. That was... I'm glad I was still able to kill that thing. Oh, hello. Mast and control point. Authorized personnel only. Interesting. Did I get anything relating to that? I don't think I did. Also, is that... Yes, that's that time loop. What? No, that time loop's still spiky. So it's... We're still missing a time loop, Guardian. Here be. Alright. That way, Alright. That way it is. Okay. Somewhere over here. Release the black goop. Oh, okay. This is gonna be the one in the cave, isn't it? Okay, that's gonna be a bit difficult to get to, I get the feeling. Oh, gods, there's a tunnel somewhere, isn't there? Right. And it's not down here, is it? We've been down here. Actually, wasn't there a gate? There was a gate somewhere in here. Yeah, here. And I don't think the mine key is gonna work, because we need whatever this fucking symbol is. Oh boy. Alright, I think we might have to come back at this point. I don't think there's much else we can do without that key. And thankfully, things don't seem to progress too much unless we actively cause a chapter update. So I think we should be fine to bugger off over to Zeldin for a moment. Because there's a couple of things there that I would like to take a look at. Into the APC.
When you have a second, I have more information on the Ark Aspire.
Yeah. Also, let's do some research. I think I have some stuff. I have quite a few things. Limbic core.
Let's see what the Zeal server has to say about this one.
Well. To correct the disastrous outcome of their ill-fated Eminus Shroud experiment, scholars of the Order of the Eye scrambled to find a way to cancel out the Eye's expanded field of influence. Although the inner mechanics of limbic architecture were beyond the scholars' comprehension at the time, they still made remarkable strides in their research. Purely through keen intuition, they understood that limbic frequencies could be inverted to disrupt limbic fields. They eventually stumbled upon a particular arrangement of limbic material that showed great results on a small scale. They called the construct the amine inversion cast. They erected massive rectangular pillars at various distances surrounding Mount Obek. These flutes of restitution would hold the cast at specific angles to dampen the Eye's field. It didn't work. Despite its failure, the amine inversion project was not discarded. The devices were soon repurposed and became the progenitors of the amine prison. The gigantic pillars can still be seen throughout the countryside, ominous reminders of the failings of the past. Interesting.
Nice find. Let's run it through the database.
This file contains sensitive information on Operation Appleseed, the codename given to the now infamous Maristan Market bombing. The file includes a complete psychological analysis of the candidate chosen to carry out the bombing, Byron Velber. It details the recruitment and subsequent psychological manipulation of the civilian who was specifically targeted due to his participation in the Yvel riots of March 1990. The file proves conclusively that the bombing was not the random act of a Palamist extremist, but a black op devised and orchestrated by the Ecstasy division of the Axiom. It was carefully planned and executed to heighten ethnic tensions. Yeesh.
Nice. I'll have a look in the database.
An inscription along the spine identifies this book as belonging to Harvor Revetta, a gift from her uncle and guardian Thomas Revetta. In her childhood, Harvor would spend much time at her uncle's manor in present-day Maristan. The book contains several short stories, allegories, and caricaturized illustrations aimed at young children. Throughout, the pages contain a scornful tone of derision towards Sabinian people, often mocking or demonizing them as sinful evildoers, or even drawing comparisons to insects. A prime example of indoctrination to which Harvor was exposed from a young age that would ultimately shape her ideology as queen. Interesting. We'll talk about the Arcus Tower later. Right now, I want to go to Zeljin. There's a couple of things we need to do there. Okay, let's start with Priesty Man over here. I will trade you an urn.
You've brought my father's ashes. Huh. You are a saint. I do hope you haven't inconvenienced yourself for this. I feel relieved to have the ashes here with me. It gives me some solace with which to face the chaos upon us. I prepared a niche at the southern mausoleum for the urn. My father's final resting place. It will have to wait for now. The demons swarm along the grounds.
Key for a columbarium. I think I know exactly where this needs to go. I believe I have been there before. Oh boy. All the demons are back. Oh dear. But I think I might have the ability to close the time loop here now. I'm not entirely certain. Okay. Ooh, wait, can I open this now? Dupe. No, I cannot. I am still missing one of these. I'm still missing one of the rods. Okay, let's quickly open up the vault. Which I believe... Ah, here it is. Okay. Vault combination. Zeljin. Grief. Beard. Weird sideways eye, tree in a box. Grief, beard, weird sideways eye, tree in a box. Right, what have we got? A chalice of ever-flowing turmoil. Siphon an enemy's limbic energy to refill your own. Sounds fun. A polearm of grief. Bloody hell, the weapon designs are really cool in this. A sword of rage. I've got so many of those now. Parchment vanished. I am returned to my chambers alone. Quill in hand. These words I set to parchment, yet even as I write, I scarcely believe them. The candle gutters before me, its light dim as my hope, for what has come to pass is beyond reason's grasp. It is gone. Vanished. The eminent shroud, grander than any citadel, vaster than any fortress, wrought by mortal hands, has vanished into the void. I laugh as I inscribe these words, though there is no mirth in me, for how may such a thing be true? How might such a construct of steel and stone, greater than kings have ever dared dream, simply be missing? Worse still, our instruments speak of an unfathomable horror. Faram's limbic tone desincopators measure the sphere's propagation still. They mark its growth, its endless unfurling. How may this be when the shroud is no more? How may this be when our hands grasp at naught but empty air where once it stood? Yesterday, Hawes did utter the most cursed words my ears have ever suffered to hear. I have not spoken to him since. He dares believe that the sphere itself had devoured the shroud whole. Madness. He must put down his mead, that one. And yet, even as I scorn his words, a shadow coils within my mind. What if he is right? Drak. I really need to start Tactics Ogre, but I want to knock off more of the backlog before tackling the gold standard of fantasy tactics RPG. I wish you luck. Great Sword of Ecstasy. Round. Twin Axes of Terror. Okay, so we've got Rage, Terror, and Grief. The only thing we're missing now for the axes is Ecstasy. Tome, the Silent Safeguard. A page from a Dusty's tome speaking of a secret safeguard set in place. We, the 8th pupils of the Eye, bear the solemn weight of our station. Honored are we, yet bound in equal measure. Custodians of the burden, the shame, and the true purpose of the Order of the Eye. And we know, beyond doubt or illusion, that peril does ever lurk in the shadows. Not only from the foes who gather beyond our walls, but from the graver spectre of treachery within. Thus, we have chosen our course. In secrecy, we have approached 8 esteemed generals of the Fall Guard, each chosen blindly, that no bias nor design might sway our hand. To them we have entrusted a task most dire, to create in silence a failsafe, a shield unseen, a ward against the catastrophe, should one of our own seek to unmake what we have built and ensnare the Eye. Their work shall remain veiled, even from us. For knowledge of such a safeguard is itself a danger. Never shall they speak of what they weave. Never shall their lies or lips betray the measures they set in place. They shall carry their burden to the grave, leaving behind only whispers in the blood of their kin, that their descendants may stand watch, that the Eye may endure, should darkness ever rise from within. Belgran the 19th, Drak the 19th, Gebran the 15th, Jish the 16th, Zargab the 14th, Tekez the 18th, Hoz the 17th, and Faram 13th. Bam! That's a lot of generations of the same name. Why? A dusty tome recounting the establishment of the Hellion Lodges found in a vault of forbidden knowledge. The Hellion vanguards were venerated by other soldiers, their presence a harbinger of hope for the troops and ruin upon the Limbic Abyss. Among the common folk they were named the Hammers of Sethris. They grew beyond warbands. Their armor bore grim adornments, reflecting the entities they fought. Their banners billowed with sigils and motifs, testaments to their slain foes. Their mere presence echoed the monstrosities they fought. They had forged more than strategy. They had forged identity. Between the second and third invasions, the Hellions ceased to be mere warriors. They became orders. Bound by code and ritual, they formed lodges, knightly brotherhoods. Their traditions bore the mark of their eternal adversaries, for they knew that to unmake the darkness one must first understand its depths. Thus the Hellion lodges were born. The Lodge of Grief, a brotherhood draped in the solemn hues of mourning, they move as phantoms upon the battlefield, silent as the grave. the Lodge of Ecstasy, frenzied and relentless, their blades sing through the air like a revelry of death, adorned in dazzling hues of yellow. The Lodge of Terror, cloaked in nightmarish emeralds, their mere presence saps the will of any bystander. The Lodge of Rage, raving berserkers, their armor spiked and their weapons massive, embodying wrath itself, painted in the same burning red as their destined foes. The Lodge of Admiration, devout and unswerving, their reverence for their cause shines in verdant gilded sigil, their holy conviction as sharp as their spears. The Lodge of Loathing, known to never sleep, such as is their disgust for their foe. Some fight with blindfolds made of purple silk, as to not see what they disdain so forcefully. The Lodge of Vigilance, armored in colors of orange, they are scholars and tacticians, their strategies immaculate, knowledge and patience is their shield. The Lodge of Amazement, explorers of limbic knowledge, their banners bear seals of the unfathomable, rendered in vivid cyan, always astonished and impatient to duel their assigned horrors. I do like that we get a lot of background on the varying history across Hadia. Okay, let's go put this urn away. Oh, hello. Right, one columbarium key. Okay, is that it? I think that might be it. Cool. I'm not sure if there's another time loop guardian around here, but I will very quickly check. Time loops. Marrowstone Woods is Rho signature. Jelgin is Theta signature. I think Jelgin still has something, still has a time loop guardian active, but I'm not sure where it would be.
Bless you. You have done more for me than I can ever repay. May Sethuris gaze upon you. Always.
Oh, you're welcome, buddy. I don't particularly believe in Sethuris, but I'm sure that at least it makes you happy. Okay, let's see if we can get to this last time loop guardian. Not this way, though. So I keep hearing a train horn, and it makes me want to go look for it, and I know that I won't be able to find it. There are no trains in this game. I am not allowed to drive one. That way. That way? that way. Okay, apparently it's over there now. Hold on, unless... No, this is... I think we did get all the time loop guardians, it's just that this is now only displaying active entities. Okay, in that case, I think we need to head down to the caves. See if I do this. Yeah, it is simply displaying active entities now. So the time loop is collapsible, I believe. So let's go down there and collapse it. Not down this way. Down the ladder. Okay. Into the dark. Wait, was it down that hole? Yes. Into the dark, into the depths. Deeper and deeper. Until darkness knows no more. Wait, we need to go down here. Yes. Ah. Climb. 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 There are things behind me that I do not want to deal with. And there are things in front of me that I have to deal with. Get off! Ah, shit. Right. Okay. So what's this? Oh, I see. Yes, I remember. Alright, into the time loop.
No! No, please, listen!
Some things are meant to stay buried.
Fata. God damn.
This isn't personal.
No! No, please, listen!
Some things are meant to stay buried.
Oh boy. Guardian detector recalibrated. The Guardian detector will now track remaining limbic entity energy signatures. Oh.
December 29th, 1992. The dial-locked doorway remains an insidious splinter in my mind. Though I try not to let it detract from our primary purpose here, the siren call of the mysterious door invariably draws my attention back to it. What is, or was, its purpose? What lies beyond? Building on my previous assumptions, it is only logical that the fourth and final symbol represents Lord Astor's daughter. Mentions of his daughter are rare, but in one such passage, Lord Astor is known to have said, "Fenello, my sweet daughter, so eager to please, the innocent sheep, the instrument by which I claimed the throne, oblivious to the critical role she plays in the great game. I believe I am close enough to a solution to attempt moving the dial apparatus. As always, a full report will follow."
Just that? Just that, I guess. Oh dear. Well, time to go. Other than... I'm trying to think if there's anything else left in Zheljin. Also, I believe the reason that the time loop Guardian detector recalibrates after you take care of everything is because there is an achievement called Legendary Fall Guard, I think, which is essentially get all the possible things, essentially, that exist across the all possible hollows that exist across the sphere of influence. I think we might be done with Zheljin, though. Like, entirely complete. I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. Other than that big wall puzzle, which is not actually a thing we can do anything about, but I kind of want to be able to put it together in its frame because it looks cool. But it is just a prop. Anyway, Zheljin is done. I don't believe there's a secondary time loop here. So I think we can get going. Let's see. There's a thing at the National Library which I think we might be able to access now. We haven't been to the Plains of Mist yet. We've still got a couple of things to do in Maristan. There's a time loop in Akasa Marshes. Is there anything in Talju that we needed to do? I think there's a time loop in Talju, but we can't really do much about that. And then there's the giant tower in Sinedra Forest. That's the other thing. The Arcus Spire. Let's go to the National Library, because I want to see if I can crack that code on the computer. Oh. Ow. Okay. I was waiting for them to stand up. Ah, hello. I missed that. Ooh. OMSIF Alpha 05. Suspected SSE, National Library City of Leith, Jehania. Okay, that's useful. Entropic field elite. That is useful information to have. Okay. Oh dear. I forgot quite how bad this place ended up. We need computer room D? Yes. Okay. So. Post-it notes. Okay, ordering these numbers in general. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A3, E9, so 3, 9. 5, 6, 1, 7. So 3, 9, 5, 6, 1, 7. If I have this right. No. 3, 9, 5, 6, 1, 7. 3, 9, 5, 6, 1, 7. Incorrect. Did I get that wrong? Did I top that up wrong? 3, 9, 5, 6, 1, 7. 3, 9, 5, 6, 1, 7. 3, 9, 5, 6, 1, 7. No, so that is not this, or if it is, it's a different sequence of lettering. I don't know. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check the note. Because there is a note. That's the password for eternity. Broaden your mind, find the clues, the truth is out there. Room D at the National Library. I assumed that the clues are the post-it notes. Because it's all... Hold on, they're not post-it notes, they're pages. Or are they? No, they are post-it notes. That rip is just a normal rip. So L6, K5, E9, N7, Y7, A3. Now, I thought that they would be in alphabetical order, but maybe I'm approaching it the wrong way. Because the other thing I can think of this being is map coordinates. But that doesn't make any sense, because our map is entirely numerical. It doesn't have any alphabetical stuff on it. Okay, so hold on. I don't know. This one stumped me a little bit, but maybe I'm looking for any specifically capitalized letter. There are some specifically capitalized letters, but some that don't match. Because C and R aren't on there. N and L are. So if you assume that N and L are in sequence, National Library, so N1, L6. E would be here. So E would be first. Y there's no Y. Well, no, there is a Y, but it's not capitalized. Hey, Galgamos. Just doing a drive-by chat line. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for being entertaining, and thanks for doing your best. Have a wonderful time. I gotta head to bed. Oh, thank you, Galgamos. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. You're all wonderful. I appreciate any amount of time that you can spend with me, even if it's just a second drive-by shooting for a compliment. Or shooting of a compliment, rather. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. That's wonderful. This puzzle is kicking my ass, but I appreciate you. Okay, so if we go EY and then NL, what are the other ones? A and K? EYA. Then K would be first, so 5, 9, 7, 3, 6, 1. 5, 9, 7, 3, 6, 1. I don't know. Doesn't seem right. No. Ooh. This one's I don't know. Without a key to this, it's going to be very hard to figure out. Maybe I should go check on the people in the basement as well. Ah, the people have gone. Good. I'm glad that they are not stuck in the city. Bloody hell. I do occasionally forget that we are in the middle of the war zone. Huh. Oh, yeah, okay. Right. I don't think I'm going to solve that puzzle today. I think I need some more information on that one. Okay. Navigation computer. Let's go see Gildas, because we might be able to get some stuff that'll help us with some of the future bits and pieces that we have to deal with in this world. And we do still have, I believe, another time loop to deal with here in Visser Hills. Unless I already shut that one down. I think I might have already shut that one down, actually. Let me double check that. Time loops, Visser Hills. Oh no, they're both done. Cool. Still want to go up to the windmill.
Remember, whenever...
Yes. Time
What's our
loops.
status on time loops?
Good. You closed a few of them. I'm sure there are more out there.
What have we got? Glyph Void Elite, Berserk Elite, a Knell of Receding Rage, Delirium Elite, Shared Pain Elite, Serene's Requiem, focus on the enemy's vital points, increasing the limbic energy gained per strike.
Have I helped enough Hadians?
Good. I'm glad you went out of your way for Hadia.
Fury, Berserk Enhanced, a Great Sword of Grief, Limbic Mending Enhanced. I was really hoping for some Axes of Ecstasy, but alright. Take what I can get, I suppose. Void. Okay. That's done. Marrow stuns, time loop is active, but I can't find time loop guardian yet because I need a key for it. Insult to injury is complete, Samo's keys is complete, family feud is complete. Mementos is incomplete. Depths of Hell and Power to the People are also incomplete. Forlorn Fate. I still don't know what that one's for. But that is all of them discovered. It's just not all completed yet. What was that? It was a ring, wasn't it? Handmade ring. Yeah. And then we've got this flame symbol. And then there's a 4-leaf clover symbol that we need to find. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. But we're pretty much done in Vissa Hills, other than coming back for a few bits and pieces here and there. So I guess we should go to the one place that we haven't been to yet. And that would be the Plains of Mist. Not looking forward to it. It looks very misty. I'm gonna grab a drink while I walk. Told you it was misty. Although, to be fair, at this rate, I might as well call it fog. I will say, they've done fog pretty well in this game. Also, the giant hollow statues are a little worrying. And I can immediately hear a time loop guardian. None of that, ragey boy. Come here. And slice. Whee! I do have to wonder what the animations for the other varying weapons are, considering I've only been using the axes this entire time.
In the year 871, this accursed and defiled place fell beneath the full wrath and might of the Inquisition of Palom, as was fated. At the behest of Queen Viga, every man, woman, and child squandering its mortal breath in this heretical den was eviscerated and hung beneath our flags and the burning gaze of Sethris, Lord Inquisitor Damien. Ugh. This is why I don't do religion. Ah! Oh no. Hi, Ecstasy. And stab.
Okay. Door is locked from the other side. You don't say. Oi! Ow! Bloody... Oh, God. Okay, there's multiples of you. Got it. Ah! Ow! Up. And through. I'm gonna quickly... Oh, no, I'm not gonna quickly do anything. Ow! Bloody hell. Okay. I'm gonna switch out my active relic. Because honestly, I don't use it that much. We'll take the Chalice of Ever-Flowing Turmoil, I think. Seems nice. Yeah. Ow. Fuck you, you little bastard. Oi. Bloody hell. Oh, hello. That's a suspiciously prominent emblem. Ah. Time loop, Temple of the Fallen. Lovely. And a mossy key. Not with the symbol I'm looking for, though. Lady Sophia's Journal. Approach. A tattered page from the Journal of Sophia Morton about her journey to meet Francis Aldrich, found in the Plains of Mist. As dusk fell, the towering statues soon gave way to ever more horrifying sight. All along the riverbanks, piercing through the fog, are arrayed countless pikes and other standing apparatus, the lot adorned with human corpses and body parts. Some yet move, uttering a muted chorus of tortured wails, a gruesome display of utter barbarism. Is this a warning to outsiders? What awaits me beyond? What dreadful mire do I sail into? We should arrive at sunrise on the morrow. Only duty compels me forward now, for every fibre of my being urges me to revert our course. I shan't be surprised if sleep eludes me this night. Interesting. Overgrown. Mystery discovered. Well, yeah, pretty much everything's overgrown in this area game. The moss is penetrative, one might say. Okay, I hear a Time Loop Guardian. I do not see a Time Loop Guardian. Yeah, I know you're up there. Ah! There you I know you're around here somewhere. Oh, there you are. Oh! Cheeky. Oh, buddy, you gotta be better aim. Okay. That's that one taken care of. Ah! Okay, an emblem of an eye. Alright. I drop in here. Ah! A key with some serpent stuff on it. We have arrived at our new home upon the Plains of Mist. I know not what fate awaits us here. I believe we are destined for greatness, and Hold on, is this the same person? No, it's not. And I believe Francis to be our shepherd. We will follow him to the ends of the earth if needed. Our humble dawn of righteous movement will forever lie in the hills of Vissa. I will remember with fondness our quaint shrine atop the Serpent's Head. In our hurried exodus, many of us have left bits of our lives behind. Perhaps someday I shall return to gather the rest of my belongings. What a grand pilgrimage it shall be. Interesting. That one looks surprisingly pristine in comparison to the rest, I'm just realizing. Why does this one look... Uh-oh. Ow! Oh! Okay. Get off! Bugger off. Where are you? Shoot! Right. I recognize this symbol, but let's read something before we open the weird door. The Temple of the Fallen. Alright. Time for this thing.
Oh, fucking hell. That's anticlimactic.
Yeah, I'm almost annoyed.
Okay. So, we know the eye is around. There's a couple of symbols. That we'll have to take a look around for. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Limbic capacitor large. Ah, ladder. There it is. Oh, there's a box in there. Okay, so the sun is another symbol we need to keep an eye out for. A rusted gauntlet. Ooh. And a couple of suppressors. So the sun and the eye. The sun seems to be the one that's closest to the door, like horizontally, because the eye's over here. Then over this way, right at the far end, we have another symbol, and we have the sword. So if we assume that if we're going by level, like horizontal level, the sun is closest. So the sun goes nearest to the center, but there is no sun on the center wheel. There is just the eye and the sword. So let's assume the eye then, with the sun second and the sword third. And we can probably brute force the last one. No, we cannot. Unless we assume that the sword is last. No. So there's at least one more symbol around. So where it may be, I'm uncertain. I would assume over this side. Oh, hello. Lady Sophia's journal. From the moment Queen Viga approached me about this journey, I have had my reservations. Seeking parley with the likes of Francis Aldrich seems a fool's errand. He has spurned the civilized world at every opportunity. However, for my lady and closest friend, I would travel through the Himalora fields and back. I awoke this morn to a dense mist enveloping our vessel. I emerged from my cabin onto the deck and to glimpse a giant, veiled statues flanking the river. The twisted demons gaze at us through the fog, their faces contorted in anger, sorrow, and fear. I feel a somber unease descend upon our party. Our guide assures me we are approaching our destination. It does nothing to assuage my nerves. Ah, okay, Leaf is our last one. What do you mean target out of reach? Is he out of reach now? Apparently not once he gets off those steps. There you go. Okay, so Leaf. Leaf, sword, eye, sun. Alright. That is our combination. Leaf, sword, eye, sun. Okay, so if we assume sword, leaf, eye, sun? No. Sun, eye. Oh, sun, eye. All right. Okay. Well, this isn't ominous at all, is it? I hear rushing water. Those statues worry me. I don't like how clean some of these are. I will say, the architecture is phenomenal, but also, I don't want one of these statues to suddenly come to life and try to smash me. That would be unpleasant. There's a save point. Oh boy. Ho, whoa, ho, holy okay. Big. Goddamn. That is indeed a giant horned two-headed serpent. Okay. No ecstasy for you. Okay, so the time loop is in the central chamber, and it looks very specifically placed, which is worrying to me. Like, incredibly specifically placed. What does this say? Chamber of the Jubilant Harbingers. Ah. Alright. Might be a bit hard to get into, apparently. Okay, so that's a return path. Which means we're going the other way. Wait, what does this one say?
Acolytes who dare cross this threshold and take up the trials ahead know that the road to the ranks of the Jubilant Harbingers is one of peril and sacrifice. Our truth and ordained purpose must be more than simply known. They must dwell within... Oh, excuse me. They must dwell within you, burning with euphoric clarity. Falter not, for Tia, the eternal judge, watches all. So this is a cult of in-universe Satanists, essentially. As far as I can tell. I don't like that these statues are everywhere. They worry me. They worry me extensively. Ah! Oh, cheeky. Okay, I can't deal with you right now. Oh, hello. I can deal with you, however. Ooh, big door. Okay, big door. Alright, big door. Oh.
Holy god damn. I feel like I just stepped into an Elden Ring part.
Beyond lie the remnants of the ancient dwellers of our land and of these caves. Who they were we know not, save that they were the first sinners, the earliest deceivers and weavers of falsehoods against our Lord Tyr. We let their edifices of sacrilege endure beyond this gate, not in honor, but so that we may profane them. Step forth, let your voice rise in fervent chant, and let your wrath upon this accursed visage of the false king. Okay. Is there a way to get down? Not current. Oh. I see. I assume that these are the visages of Sethris in that case. I'll just chop your legs out from under you. Why not? That was a very anticlimactic finishing move. Always target out of reach. Fine. If they're out of reach, then I'll do that instead. Okay, that's just a pit. Got it. Hold on, there's a plaque on the wall. This door you must cross. Once within, seize an iron of jubilation and strike it upon the deceiver's effigy with all the might of your limbs can muster. Smite and revile it, strike and curse it until your arms burn with pleasure and your mind reels upon the brink of madness. Only then shall you continue and descend into the pit of mycelium. I'm sorry, we're dealing with mushrooms now? Oh, of course, the cult of Tyr is all about ecstasy. Of course they're gonna do drugs. I really shouldn't be surprised by that. Ow, I was blocking just then, buddy. There's a ledge up there. Makes me think we can drop down at some point. Okay, so that's the other side of this bridge area. Okay, there's a lot of guards in this area, so maybe we don't come down here quite yet. There might be an easier approach. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Ow! Well, I have no idea what hit me just then. I just died.
Obviously, you didn't die. Concentrate and start over.
Alright, maybe let's head into this room first then. Ouchie. Can I has heal, please? Ouchie. That hurt. Where does this go? Oh, Glyph Rapture Elite. Rapturous energy swells around you and erupts in an embrace that damages all nearby limbic entities. In but a few strides you shall stand before the pit of mycelium, where our sacred morsels of ecstatic flesh take root and thrive. A handful you must partake, letting their essence seep into your very sinew, then descend to the bottom and await the embrace of our truth, which shall shroud your eyes like a dance of lights. They're literally doing magic mushrooms. When the colors wreathe and hop, when the walls wane and waver as though melting into the void, only then may you rise and press forward upon your path. So these are the Irons of Jubilation. Interesting. It's definitely... it's giving a lot of cult vibes, that's for sure. Oh, yep. Time for the mushroom pit. Woo! Whoa. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Probably. Trying to figure out a way to get down safely. I see you there. Oh, it's just a small one. Right. Come on, guys, you can do better than this. Apparently not. Okay. Well, the mushroom pit is sort of devoid of mushrooms at this point, but it's alright. You can't have mushrooms all the time. Ow. 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 Bloody hell. Eesh. Okay, I'm out of limbic, actually. Or out of the smaller limbic capacitors, so I guess I'm upgrading. Limbic capacitor large. And... Never had cause to use any of the basic meals. Okay. Alright, let's quickly run for it. Ow. Ugh. Ow. Okay. Can I has heal, please? Thank you. Ah, a rod of ecstasy. A limbic chest at the Temple of the Fallen. Mystery discovered. I wonder where that is. It's gonna be a bit of a bastard to find, I imagine, but we shall persevere, I'm sure. No! I mean, Prism Row. Wait, where is this? Oh, I see. So we've come up and around and back. Got it. Ow. So we were down there just now. Not sure that we can get to that next bridge along, but it looks rendered to the point of possibility. So maybe. Right, now we need to go this way. We'll probably come back around to that one. Oh shit. Oh no. Ow. Ow. Rage. Motherfucker. Okay. All right. None of that. I'm gonna use your own ability against you. Ah! Unfortunately, you're also on the edge of a ledge. Bit of an Okay. How about we just do this instead? Ugh. Okay. We've had a few of them just getting stuck in midair recently, which isn't amazing, but it happens. Another terror suppressor. Ow. Why are there holes here? Ooh. Hiding in the holes, I see. Is there more hidden things in the holes? No, there are no more hidden things in the holes. Disappointing. At least there was one thing in the holes. Was there a plaque around here? No, I do not believe there was. There is here, though. What does this say? You stand now before the trials of lies and truths. The ecstatic flesh courses through your veins, its rapture entwining flesh and spirit alike, weaving a veil of shifting stars that wreathe and waver before your sight. Yet amidst the whirling haze you must grasp firm the three ordained verities, or else let this place be the tomb that swallows your final breath. I'm glad I never got religion. Or cults, for that matter. Though, to be very clear, cult indoctrination tactics can work on basically anybody if practiced on them in the right way. So you gotta be careful. What fate befell the false god Sethris? TR Serpent Monarch forever protects its children above. Uh-oh. Oh boy. You look problematic. Sethris, the deceiver, forsakes us for the golden star. The defiled golden star holds the decrepit corpse of the deceitful deity. Shit. Okay, well at least we got one of them first. Ow! God damn. Okay. This is a puzzle. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. Power. Abandonment. Right. Okay, so there's... So, sun and moon. What fate befell the false god Sethris? North Star. Why do we scorn the empty promises of Sethris? But there's a third question, isn't there? Sun and moon. What fate fell? It did say corpse. So okay. Then North Star abandonment. Sethris abandoned his children. Okay. And we need one more question, which I'm guessing is this one. So, tree. Who is the one true lord of all mankind? I assume TR is the answer. Let's check the actual answers that we have here. Sethris. TR. Hey, nice. God damn, the architecture in this place is, oof. Oh. Wait. Where does this go? Hold on, I have a solution to this. Oh shit. Cheeky scoundrel. There's a tiny fence and an ambush to the side. Eek. Alright, I see how it is. do your little lips. There we go. Nice. How does one get up there, I wonder? Probably through the method that I did not use. Or have not used yet. Whee! Anything around this corner? Oh, yes. Well, kind of. And there's a thing in there, but I guess that's just for me to observe for the moment. Oh boy. Ah, okay. That's open from the inside. Oh boy. Okay, there's a lot of backtracking. There's a lot of backtracking. Oh, what does this say? Oh my god, there's so much signage. Here begins the gorge of our true sacrament, as the very walls and paths about you still waver and dissolve in celestial rapture. Step forth and heed well the sacred edicts given by our serpent king himself. Burn the words upon your eyes, for should you falter, should your mind and memory wane in their devotion, then shall the spikes and thorn rend your unworthy husk, and the price of failure shall be paid in blood and death. Okay. So, no pressure. Preparation for the sacred day of reckoning is our ultimate duty. Alright. Seems a bit lackluster, but sure. As is our will, the wrath of the unbelievers shall fall. As is our will, the wrath of unbelievers shall fall upon us. Feels a bit. Why is this small plank of wood enough to stop me? That seems strange. Ecstasy suppressor. Oh, hello. Into the safety of this shelter. Just so I don't have to deal with your ranged friend up there. How? Okay, I'm not meant to get to him yet, I don't imagine. Or at least not from down there. I'm meant to go up here. too many statues. Half the time I'm just wondering if one of them's just gonna hop out at me and go, "Wah!" Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Ow, laser. Ow. Ugh. Okay. Big door. Oliver. Very big door. Oh my god, big puzzle room. Okay. Well. That's one of the correct ones. This is the another one. I don't know about the last two though, because one's in a locked off room that I didn't really get to see much of, but there is a side entrance to it, so... Ooh, hello. Twin axes of ecstasy! Hey! They are very round. Alright. I'll take a look at those later. But to start with... Okay, that's the two serpent heads. Oh, shit. Can we open this gate from... No, we can't. Only through our sacrifice the gates of the Himalora fields shall open once more for TR to reclaim his realm. So the Himalora fields, I'm guessing, are some form of afterlife? Oh. No, not that one. No, not that one. This one? No. Okay, so... do not have key to this yet. Shit. Ow. Oof. Ow. Ow. Okay, yeah, I forgot about the spinny thing that it does. The spinny thing is annoying. Spinny thing is very annoying. But, realistically, I don't need to read it, I just need to see the emblem. And the emblem is a man being stabbed in the back. So, twin heads and stabbed in back. Got it. That makes this a lot easier. The interesting thing is, the cult is setting itself up sort of as a sacrificial lamb, kind of. Like that's how they seem to be portraying themselves, as like the sacrifice for the sins of others. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice. Oh my, that's a lot. Oh, but you're not all real. That's interesting. That is interesting. You're weird. You're like pale imitations of the real thing. Weird. Ah, ancient limbic forging. Nice. What have we got here? And can I open it? No, I only have 1 ecstasy rod out of 2. Alright. All this. Yeah. Oh wait, this is on top of the two-headed snake. If you stand here, then verily you have endured the trials and emerged unbroken. Before you lies the pedestal of rapturous dance. Drink deep from the well of veil-torn eyes, and let your feet twirl, your head spin, and your spirit rise, until the twin-headed serpent bids you to cease. Only then, when the blinding hues and phantom shapes fade from your true sight, shall you be made a jubilant harbinger. I don't like the sound that's coming from this place. Uh-oh. Ah. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, boy. I sincerely hope I brought enough limbic energy for this. Ooh, cheeky. Okay, but these are low-grade limbic entities for the moment. I say as they immediately get upgraded to mid-grade. Okay. What the fuck is that? Okay, that's worrying. Ah, hello. Okay, that's... You're very much video game logic. Got it. Oh boy. I mean, it's cool and all, but yeah, very much video game logic in some of this. A lot of this, actually. None of that. Welcome to the bullet hell portion of Hell Is Us, apparently. Oh boy. Nope, none of that. You. Okay. Ooh. Keystone of Ecstasy. Acquired. Ooh.
Well done. The Keystone of Ecstasy is ours.
That was weird. I should have expected as much from Ecstasy, to be honest. General Ulza's note. To whomever finds this writ, it is assuredly meant that our fathers of the Order of the Eye, and the Eye of God itself, must stand upon the precipice of terrible danger. General Agatho perished seeking this accursed place. I have followed his path and finally discovered it, and yet I still draw breath. Within this wretched and unfathomable temple, amidst its twisting halls of lies and folly, I have ascended to this nigh unreachable point. It is in this place I elect to enshrine and conceal my chosen burden, the Keystone of Ecstasy. The limbic entities here remain legion, slithering and unrelenting, seeping through the very marrow of this forsaken ground. But let them be. Let them stand as relentless sentinels, their presence a deathly ward against all but the most exalted and skilled amongst our order. To such an orchestration we have all agreed so many seasons ago. And yet, I am burdened with doubt. The limbic energies here still surge with extreme intensity. What shall become of the Keystone, steeped for near eternity in such a debilitating current? None of us, the architects of their very making, can claim to grasp the full breadth of its working. What we have wrought, we have not yet fully mastered. Once our artifact reclaimed, I know not what might occur. Thus do I, General Ulza, Warden of the Eye and Keeper of the Keystone of Ecstasy, set down these words in the year 1508, that our deeds should be known, should fate see them unearthed. Interesting. We are not done, however. There's a few bits and pieces that we've missed. One of them is that Ecstasy Guardian. I'm not sure if it is a time loop Guardian, but I think I'll go back and kill it just in case. And then there's the grief time loop guardians that I know are definitely time loop guardians. Oh, hello. A rusted key. Ah. I have found the key to that other door. This door, in fact. What have we got? Francis's journal. The Queen's envoy has arrived as anticipated. The aristocracy is entirely too predictable, thinking they have any influence whatsoever over matters of the divine. I was chosen by TR to carry out this sacred mission. Their futile meddling will change nothing. Ah, but this Lady Sophia Morton, she is possessed of a singular beauty enough to drive any man to madness. Graceful youth, alabaster flesh, supple and delicate. I feel a carnal yearning rising within me. I will have her this night. Ugh, creepy old man. Creepy old man. With the grand feast behind us, Francis utters his first words since our arrival, inviting me to his private study to discuss the matters at hand. Unease grips my psyche, but duty girds it. His study brims with tomes and ancient scrolls. We spoke for hours, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to the wanton barbarity on display around us. He is the eye of this hurricane. We spoke at length of theology, of politics and philosophy, of rage and fear, of suffering and pleasure. I expected a savage, egotistical madman. I found an unassuming, erudite scholar, charismatic, empathetic, and unfettered by social constraints. Francis lives by the fires of his heart, his passions wholly embraced. It is clear now why traditionalists and reformists alike shun him so. Francis is a profoundly fascinating man, an enigma of our age. I find a certain admiration growing in the creases of my mind. I know not what awaits me here, or upon my return, but I do know that I am forever changed. Oh, skull in a box. A wooden box containing a human skull. Waterlogged paper with a faded text accompanies it. We found a skull in a box. Who doesn't like a skull in a box? No ecstasy for you. Anything in this room? Anything in this room? Yes. A shortcut. Neat. Right. Let's go see if we can deal with those pair of griefs. Ooh. Okay, no stairs there. Whoopsie. Oh boy. Just gonna quickly run around here and None of that. Ow. 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 Big. 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 Kill. Can you do the thing, please? I think I just used 2 items. Yeah, I did. Oh, there goes the time loop. Cool. That was the last one we needed to deal with. Oh god, that is loud. It's interesting that the Ecstasy cult has ecstasy suppressors. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Even more of you. Right, and what is this? Ah! The other limbic rod I was looking for. Wonderful. Now I just need to remember where the bloody chest was. I want to say it was relatively close to the end. But I'm not entirely certain. What's over here? Nothing. Nothing, just a small gantry. I want to say that the chest was somewhere in here, but I think I'm wrong. Yeah, no, this doesn't look right. Oh, no, I was right. It is here. Cool. Okay. Boop. And boop. Tuning stone strong. Okay, well, I mean, it's better than nothing, I suppose. And now we head down this way. And double check for any additional loot. Striking an enemy will reduce the damage you take. Not too bad, I suppose. I think I'll stick with what I've got for the moment, but not too bad. Now I can hop down. Okay. These are usually experiences of people dying So, fair warning. We need a rose signature prism. We have a few of those. Oh, yep, this is literally a massacre. They literally got down on their knees and were slaughtered. Goddamn. Okay. Time loop, Temple of the Fallen. Complete. Francis's journal.
It is almost time. The first act in this great play ends this day. Lady Sophia Morton is the cornerstone. She will make a fitting sacrifice, the ideal catalyst for the carnage to come. Tia will soon rise again. My acolytes stand ready. My excitation is at times overwhelming. I revel in the delectable delight of what is to come. Tia, look upon us as your will be done.
Creepy old man. But I think we're done here. So, let's skedaddle back to the APC. I'm not going for legendary Fall Guard or whatever it is. Destroying every possible entity. But, yeah.
Only one more left.
Yes, only one more. But we have some research.
If you need more information on something.
A skull in a box.
Nice find.
What do we know about the skull in the box? This wooden box contains the skull of Lady Sophia Morton, best friend and confidant to Queen Viga Fela. In 871 AD, the Queen sent Lady Sophia to parley with Francis Aldrich at his enclave, the Temple of the Fallen in the Plains of Mist. Only Sophia's head returned. The accompanying letter effectively taunted the Queen further. For Viga, incensed beyond reason, the conflict was now personal. She insisted that Grand Inquisitor Damien personally accompany the box during the subsequent invasion of the Temple of the Fallen. She hoped that in some way her beloved friend may be present at the moment of her ultimate avengement. Damn.
Interesting. I'll look it up.
This gauntlet belonged to Cecil Bannon, 7th Talon of the God Hand. The God Hand were the 10 knights, commanders of the Inquisition of Palom. Individually, they were known as Talons. All were present at the Butchery of the Fallen in 871 AD, when the Inquisition brought its full force to bear against Francis Aldrich and his servants of Tiar. Bannon's squire at the time was a young Thomas Ravetta, future uncle and mentor to Hava Ravetta, who would eventually come to rule Hadia as the dreaded Blood Queen. Oh. Okay.
Let me know if you want more information on
Arcus Spire.
What did you find on the Arcus Spire?
I ran the Arcus Spire into the database. There is no mention of why the tower was built. However, I did come across something else. Epsilon, an ONSIF division, had several objectives in southern Umbrahan. One of them was to find a way into the Arcus Spire. They were ordered to investigate some ruins in Sinedra Forest, near the Arcus Spire. Their unit, Epsilon 11, was never heard from again. Now I know where you got the APC. They believed the underground ruins would lead into the Arcus Spire. They were wrong. Let's go to Sinedra Forest and find out where the actual entrance to the tower is located.
Well, I know where the actual entrance to the tower is located. Okay. Right. We still have a couple of things to do in Maristan. I get the feeling that I'm gonna have to brute force the ring and just trade it to basically anyone I meet. Because I have no idea what that was about. But because I don't want to brute force the ring, I'm actually gonna look it up. Okay. I know where the ring goes now. I don't know how I would ever have figured that out. Yeah, I don't know how I would have figured that out, honestly. There's no information about that. Okay. But at least it's a pretty decent idea of where it goes. We didn't get any keys. No, hold on. Actually, before we leave, there's one chest. There is one chest in the Plains of Mist that we have not opened yet. And I think we have the key for it. I'm gonna quickly run and do that. If I can find a way to access it. I think we need to be further up. Nope, nope. Around. Down, around, then up. This one. I'm guessing either this one? Ah, yes. Idol of Ecstasy, Battle Trance. Overgrown, mystery solved. We do still have one more key, though. An ancient rusted barrel key found on a corpse in the Plains of Mist. With a twin-headed snake emblem. That looks like something from inside the temple. Alternatively, it could be for something in the Vissa Hills. Actually, it might be specifically for something in the Vissa Hills because there was a note mentioning stuff being left in Vissa Hills. Okay. Yeah, pilgrimage. Okay, that's probably what that's for. Is there anything else in the Plains of Mist? No, I believe we are fully completed on the Plains of Mist then. Nice. Alright. Back to the APC. And we won't go to Vissa Hills immediately. I think we will go to Maristan. Because we have some fuses that we need to deal with there. I don't know if we'll complete the game today, but I feel like we're getting pretty close. If we don't hit a sort of completion-ish point... Oh, hello. Cutscene.
I sent my men on snipe hunts. Unless you poke the bear, you shouldn't encounter any OMSEF operatives.
Much appreciated.
I can't keep this up much longer. My men are beginning to suspect something.
We should meet.
I need more time. Too many pieces are left on the board to attempt such a high-risk move.
Let us know if we can help.
My window is closing. Next time I contact you, I will be ready to make my move.
She'd be a good asset.
Sounds like something I would say. For your story?
Yes, she's privy to a lot of information. More importantly, you'd have someone watching your back out there. I feel bad enough as it is, sitting safely inside while you risk your neck.
I think you've given plenty for Queen and Country.
It was a car bombing. All because I wrote the truth.
Everyone's a critic.
I particularly enjoy having this particular skin equipped with this visual, because it's like it's so it's just, yeah, here's the shadowy figure that is talking to you about humor stuff. It's fun. I like it. It's neat. Right. Let's see if we can figure out those... okay, you're back. Which means all of you are back. Okay. Okay. Round of those. Let's equip those. Okay. Actually, you know what? With that cutscene... Hold on. Am I? Oh, I do have a nosebleed. Okay. Alright. With that cutscene and the fact that my nose has started bleeding, I think that's going to be us for this evening, everybody. I'm going to go grab a tissue. We're going to go and raid... Who's live right now? Hold on. I'm just going to... Ooh, that's pretty bad. Actually, that's fine. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'm just going to... Oh. God damn. That is quite bad, actually. Okay, I'm gonna send you all off to raid Batsy. Thank you all very much for joining us, everybody. I'm just gonna go stuff a tissue up my nose. Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow with some Dark Souls 1. Do join us with Ed. It'll be fun. Probably. Wait, no. No, we finished Dark Souls 1. What am I saying? We'll be doing something completely random tomorrow.